Welcome back. In this video we will be unwiring and rewiring this Larix laricina. This is a tree that was styled and repotted from yamadori last year for the first time. Today we are revisiting it. We are removing the wire that is starting to bite. If I leave the wire for the entirety of this season, it may compromise the branch. So I will remove the wire, but I'm happy with the style. This being the front, here is the apex. Here is a secondary trunk coming here. This branch here may not be necessary. I will analyze it in a moment, because I may bring this one here a little forward and have a better transition of taper, even though I'm missing some ramification. I may keep this area here and wire it and bring this one under here. Here on the defining branch, there are plenty of branches growing up. I may again choose an existing interior branch as the continuation for improvement of taper and also for maintaining the silhouette, so improving two things at the same time. So this is part of sustainable design, where we foster interior branches to replace extensions, and in that way the tree can be continuously growing while we can keep the same silhouette. So it's a sort of a dynamic equilibrium. There are branches going up. As you can see, the buds are starting to be very shiny, and in a very few places they are showing green. So this is the right time to style larch, in the sense that any further the foliage may start appearing and it will be too late for the year. So the first thing will be to unwire the tree. Let's get on with it. I finished unwiring. As usual, I thought I pressed play on the time lapse, but I didn't. Right now I'm starting to think, what should I remove in this tree in order to make my wiring more proper. If I have branches that afterwards I will decide to cut, I might as well not have them when I'm wiring, so I don't use them in my wire. You can see here some of the wire biting, and here quite severe in some of the apical area here, some here. All of this is 1 year. It's incredible. This is the incredible nature of larch. So now I'm thinking about styling. I'm considering primarily the fact that this is a slim trunk, so having this huge branch here is taking attention away from the movement of the tree in this direction, and so I'm thinking that I will remove this entire branch, which is large, long, and disproportional. This negative space here will be covered at the bottom with this branch here that comes from the back and actually circles around the deadwood. Weird little feature, but it's somewhat hidden. I will also remove this branch here, which is long, breaking the view of the trunk in a way that detracts from the interest of this C shape, inverted C. But at the same time, I want some foliage here to make a connection between the apical area through the back and framing the trunk here and to this defining branch here. And so I will remove this, but I will bring this in this region here. The silhouette of the tree will be following the trunk line, and then here I may simplify this a little bit. I may remove altogether this because it's somewhat growing under the apex and it's not really necessary, because I have this branch here that is interesting and covers the negative space here. So let's start by making some cuts. I will leave a short gin here, so I will cut longer than what I need. I'm cutting in a way that I can then break apart the remainder of the branch, like so. Not straight, but like this. And now I can use a box cutter to delineate Alright, So I delineated with the box cutter the cambium at the base so I don't break into the trunk, and now with my plier I can just mar all the cambium here, and with that it will be very easy to remove all of it. That's it. Removed. I'll use Mauro's Rudy Band now to clean the rest of the branch. I'm removing the cambium, the phloem, the xylem, the bark of course, and I'm leaving only the core. If you don't have this tool, which is quite expensive, you can also buy a spoon carving knife, which should be very cheap, and this also works quite well. It also has the advantage of having a sharp point that can help you reach places that other tools may not allow you to. Now, the problem for me with some of these tools is that they are right-handed and I'm left-handed. The best time to take off the bark from a dead branch, or from a branch that you kill actually, is right when you kill it. Afterwards it will adhere and it will be harder to remove the bark. If you follow me in YouTube, you will have seen in other videos that I use the Fordham tool to remove the bark, and that is a perfect tool to remove bark when it is attached. Another interesting tool to have is the scorp. This is a left-handed scorp which allows you to go to places where it's hard to get with other tools, such as here right on the crotch of this. Alright, I removed the most of it, so now I can use my plier to smash the edge and separate the wood into different strands with the fiber, and then just twisting around the tool itself. Another point to make is that if you have a branch in nature and it breaks because it's half rotten already and old, it will break because of the effect of gravity. So whenever you break branches, break them downwards, like so. this will look more natural. This is something that I learned from the excellent book by David de Groot. He has several very interesting pages on deadwood from analysis of natural deadwood. So here I will just kind of try to break the big piece so it doesn't rip the entire trunk, but actually I could make a shari connecting this all the way here, although it's in the back, but I may do that. I will carry on this and see where it takes me. Well, it didn't take me too far away. Yeah, it doesn't, it's not visible from the front. I think I will leave it for next year. Another interesting tool for jeans that I have is this Knipex very small tool that you press here and then you can decide on the length. And this is good because it has an angle and it allows me to grab small stuff and really rip it broken. Here I don't like it, it's a bit long. I will push it forward like this a little bit and then break it downwards. From here I'll have better grip. So we'll leave this like this, it will age on its own. Whatever stays, stays, whatever falls, falls. So this branch is gone. Now this one here, we will remove at this point. So I have a continuation here with taper and the beginnings of a pad, and this one comes here framing the branch, the trunk. This one here will go around this deadwood as I had originally planned to. How was it? Yeah. Like this, like this, and this will come here, this here. So now we have a much better idea of the tree. It's more proportional than before. This we may bring it down a little bit, I don't know. Maybe it's okay like this. And now we have to decide on this branch here. Should I remove it and bring this here or keep it? I don't like that it's long and uninteresting here. I think I will remove it and again make a small gin, a companion to that one. Marking around the trunk. This one was easier to remove. Now I'll smash the edge. Use my tool to break it downwards. Okay. So we have this branch here. We have this branch here. Our defining branch here, which is quite beautiful. Although, unfortunately, it has these two little branches here. Two little branches that are growing on the inside of between these two, which is unfortunate. So I will remove those two. I'm going to remove these two. I'm going to shorten here again. I have this. That I can keep short like this. This one is growing on the inside. I'll remove it. This one I'll shorten. Here I think I'll keep it like this to develop more develop more ramification here. I'll leave it like this and I'll pinch when it grows. Here it's too long. Again, this is the front. This will come here. And so here I want to remove one of these two. Since I have this one here, I'll probably remove this. And I'll shorten this. And here I also have a bar branch. I will remove one of them. I'll remove this one here and I'll shorten here. This one is on the top and I'll remove it. So this will come here. Now on this area here, it's okay. This is okay. Here I'll remove this one. I'll keep this other one. Here it's a bit long. A bit long. Here I have a very long branch here and this small one here. They are growing in the same position, and I have on top this one here that I don't want. Here I will remove this one and shorten this one. This branch is another thing that I want to replicate in the apex is the shape of the trunk here. So we have this inverted C with this branch, and here we have also this inverted C with this branch here, and of course we need to create ramifications here. So the apex is here. Now we have this branch here in the back. What do we do with it? Is it even necessary? I don't think this branch is necessary actually, because we have this one here. I could actually cut the entire thing, but there's some ramification here that could be useful in the future. I could remove this entirely. So now we have a clear idea of the design, a much more simplified tree. And easier job to wire. I hope this pruning shows how important it is to pruning before any wiring. So I will wire this and we'll come back. So I have finished wiring this branch. Notice that the wire only starts here. The anchor is right here, and it comes, the two parts of the wire come together and then they split here. The same here, the two parts of the wire come together around the trunk and then they split here. And here I wired these two branches together. There is this guy wire here. I did not wire the apex at all. And here in the back we have this branch. It's anchored on this trunk, but I didn't wire this part, and it comes around this deadwood. It comes around this deadwood, and then back up. So there is some interest there too to look at. And we have this C here and this C here. We have the apex defining branch. This is a harmonious design. We removed some of the complexity, some of what was making this tree disproportional with that big branch that we removed here. One thing that I want to mention is that when you rewire a tree, do not go through the same ridges made by the wire biting. Go next to it if you have to go in the same direction. And if you don't have to go in the same direction, make sure that you're very careful that it doesn't bite, because you already have an injury in one angle, and if you go on the other angle and then injure again, this X may be the X of your tree. So this is it for this tree for now. I'm happy with the simplification of the design, and we'll see how it develops this year. This is the second year of this tree, and it only has a few wires on it, and I think in the future we may be able to just continue styling this by clip and grow. We will see. So thank you for watching, and until the next one, bye bye for now.